a video about some crap information I've discovered on YouTube.
Crap information. I'm going to expose you, Graham Tucker. Graham Tucker, you're about to be exposed. Now, okay, this is a video that Mr. Graham Tucker here decided to make about me. So his video is called "What Happens When an XXY Guy Tries to Explain Klinefelter Syndrome." Okay, so just before I get into the video, into his rendition of the video, whatever, if you want to go to my video, I'll put it in the link in the description below. But he's going to read out in the description below of that video all what I put down and pretty much what I said in the video. And what he's trying to tell me is that I'm wrong. Everything that I wrote is wrong. And I've listened to a little bit of it, but at this stage right now, what I'm going to do is hand it over to Mr. Know-It-All Graham Tucker, and I will pause here and there and talk about what is so wrong about him making this video. Alright, just before I press play, my video is called Living with Klinefelter Syndrome. My perspective on living with this syndrome, not anyone else's. It's about me and my living with Klinefelter Syndrome. Not his, not Joe Blow's, not that transgender's over there, mine. Okay? Alright.
About Klinefelter Syndrome. It's crap because it's written by a fellow who has Klinefelter Syndrome. He chooses to have Klinefelter Syndrome. He chooses not to have it treated. But
I'm going to pause it right there. I don't choose to not have it treated. I take other things for, like, okay, with Klinefelter Syndrome, there are other things on top of Klinefelter Syndrome that you can get, like osteopenia, osteoporosis, which turns into osteoporosis. There's all sorts of other things that can be on top of Klinefelter Syndrome. Weak bones, weak muscles, stuff like that. So I actually take a lot of vitamin D and other vitamins and stuff, but I have a bad skin allergic reaction to the medication. It is so bad that it makes my skin feel like it's on fire. And he's also done a video about my video saying that I'm wrong again, that there is no such thing as an allergic reaction, but there is, and it happened to me. Okay? So let's go on.
I think the crap existed before he chose to have the syndrome. So let's get to it. Yeah, so I'll ignore his name. His first statement is, how common is Klinefelter syndrome? And underneath it, he's got between 1 in 500 and 1 in 1,000 boys are born with KS. Is not true. Nobody knows how many XXY males, and that statistic belongs to the karyotype XXY.
we don't know how many people are. It never gets treated at the beginning of someone's birth, which I'm trying to change. I'm trying to get at the birthing stage when a lady goes in to have a birth of a male or even female or whatever, because females can also have XXY. I want to try and get the test done early so we can find out the actual statistics of this. Now, where he's going to say there was a website, I can't remember the actual website I got this from. I will find it and I will post it into Graham Tucker's comment section. So yeah, he is right there. We don't know what the 1 in 500 to 1 in 1,000. But hey, it's a statistic. That's all it is. I just read what I read.
No boy has ever been born with Klinefelter syndrome. Klinefelter syndrome is a form of male hypogonadism, and like I said, nobody knows how many XXY, specifically males, go on to develop the syndrome Dr. Klinefelter described.
Hang on. No one is born with Klinefelter syndrome, yet XXY, the chromosome, is with males is classed to be Klinefelter syndrome. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
whatever, Graham.
When people put wrong information in, then they can't hear the word wrong.
It's not wrong information, Graham.
Other than by getting upset. Underneath that, he's got, what are the symptoms of Klinefelter syndrome? And under that, he says he's copied this from some website, but he doesn't actually give us the address of the website so we can check it out and make sure he's actually represented. I'll get you that web address. I'll go and find it and I'll get it for you, Graham, just so you can read it and then believe. Get the information correctly, never mind. Okay, so he's got KS is usually not noticed until you go through puberty. Puberty may be late or incomplete. I would say if you have Klinefelter syndrome, it is absolutely guaranteed that you have incomplete puberty. But puberty is never delayed. Oh, yes it is. In Klinefelter syndrome men, puberty is delayed. Very much so. I swear, I went through so many doctors, so many hospitals trying to figure out why I wasn't growing, why I wasn't, looking like my peers, until I was like 16 years old and someone was like, you have Klinefelter syndrome. And I'm like, oh, well, that explains everything. In normal males, puberty starts between age 11 and age 17, a very wide range. I've never met an XXY who didn't start puberty until he was older than 17, and older than 17 would be delayed. Before 17 is normal. All the reports I have access to, it says that the boys, the XXY boys enter puberty normally, about age 11, or 11.9 years, or 12, or whatever, within the normal range. So, but for Klinefelter syndrome to be there, first puberty has to start. Delayed puberty is not a symptom of Klinefelter syndrome. And then he's got, sometimes the condition may be only diagnosed if you are investigated for infertility as an adult. Yeah, I think that's a really common discovery method. Actually, never mind. The typical features of KS in an adult. And actually, what this fellow's
I don't know if he just said my name then, but anyway.
done is he's got his divisions wrong. Use that word again, wrong. You can't hear that word, but anyway, he's wrong.
Apparently I'm wrong. Oh, he says it. I'm going to actually tally up how many times he says wrong in this in this video, especially because like it's my life, not yours.
So what we have is infants and children and adolescents and adults. So the typical features of KS in an adult and an adolescent are small testes he's got here. But actually that's not right.
Oh,
He's
again.
wrong again.
Oh wow.
It is small, firm testes.
Ooh, small, firm testes. What's the fucking difference, mate? They're still small.
Okay. And I've seen lots of sites on the internet miss out this very important feature.
Oh,
By the doctors, they don't get a little and bounce back. They're just solid. They're like little balls of iron or
fucking
marble.
cares?
Okay, they don't have any give and they don't bounce back at all. They can't be palpated like normal testes. Okay, and it's a fine clue for the medical profession. These features are diagnostic tools. They're of no major benefit to the person who actually has Klinefelter syndrome because... And then after that, after the small testes, not the small firm testes that's what he should have. He's got, in brackets, yes, but that does not mean I have small genitals. A lot of people, when they look up my syndrome, they assume that I have a small penis, and frankly that upsets me, that people are that shallow. Well, actually...
Before he says anything there, because he does say some have small genitals, and they do, but like I said before the freaking video, this is my living with Klinefelter syndrome. Me, not you, not Joe Blow, not the transgender. Me, dude, me. I'm talking about me, not anyone else. So I'll tell you why I said that, guys. I said that because when I've been in a relationship dating, or not even a relationship, getting to the first, getting to know a girl, and they find out that I have Klinefelter syndrome, because I mean it's on the internet, it's there, and they look it up on a website and they see small testes. Most of the time, I know, and this is just from experience, most girls go, oh, small genitals, I'm not going to date a guy with a small dick, and that's really shallow because they don't read it properly, and it's happened to me a lot, and it saddens me that people are that shallow, that people don't even give me a chance, because yes, I have small testes, but I don't have small genitals. So what I'm trying to say, Graham, is me, not you, or Joe Blow, or that transgender.
Full. Some ex-wives do have a small penis.
Oh, I know that, dickhead.
Which will actually writing out that typical features of KS, Klinefelter syndrome. And
the reason they're in brackets
is not about you personally.
The reason they're in brackets personally is why I've done that, dickhead. They're in that fucking section over there. This section over here that you're reading is the stats or the statistics or whatever, or the whatever, and this side is where I'm like talking about me.
About the typical features of KS. So why did you take it so personally? It's a mystery to me. And then you've got decreased facial hair compared to the usual male. Now, I've seen this fella. He's got a full beard. He looks really good. Fantastic. You know, I haven't met too many XXY guys who can grow a full beard at his age. So he's doing very well. And he writes, yes, I can. Yes, I cannot grow a beard properly. I think he grows a beard really well.
Okay. I'll tell you what. So, an average man, my age, 35, and my mate actually has a massive beard too, but his beard is down to here somewhere in, I think, like, okay, so I started growing this, and I haven't shaved it, in December. So from December, January, February, almost into March, and this is as far as it grows. So 4 months, and this is all it is. And 4 months for him, because he isn't a Klinefelter syndrome man, his beard is down here, and boom, right? But I'll tell you what, the reason I say that I don't grow it very well is because it's very hairy and it's patchy. And if you can tell, there's a lot of skin you can see through the beard. Like, look, it's very thin through here. This is why I'm saying that I cannot grow a beard properly like a normal man can grow a beard. Sure, it is there, but it's not a proper beard.
If I had a beard like that when I was his age, I'd be wrecked. So the level of testosterone he was receiving must have been adequate for his body's needs. That's most unusual feature, and yet he can't see it as a positive. Yes.
Oh, I see everything as a positive. The only issue, Graham, is that you're telling me I'm wrong. That my life living with Klinefelter syndrome is wrong. Why don't you get about that? That's what I've been trying to tell you for the last how many months you've been making videos about me and telling me that I'm wrong.
I cannot grow a beard properly. Yes, he can grow a beard properly. He just doesn't realise it. And then he's got underneath that is gynecomastia. To copy that. Yeah. Then in brackets again, some breast tissue development. Full stop. In brackets again. No, I do not have man boobs. Lol. Lol. This isn't funny. Gynecomastia is a disease in males, and it can have serious consequences. It can.
Okay, why can't I make a joke about man boobs?
A tall, thin body with disproportionately long arms and legs. In brackets, he's got, no, I am short, 5'6". Well, I'm 5'9". I have disproportionately long arms and legs. And because the height, your overall height, has got nothing to do with the proportions of your limbs to your body. So you can be 5'6" and have disproportionate.
Hang on. I'm fine. Where my arms go, they're fine. Nothing's whatever that word is.
Long arms and legs. Then he's got under this obesity. This must have been copied, I suppose. This may cause a thicker waistline, but is often partially disguised by wider than normal hips.
I do have wide hips.
Yeah. For men who have full-blown Klinefelter syndrome, they haven't been diagnosed all their lives, and they're 40 or 50 years old, this could be true. For teenagers diagnosed now, it probably isn't true. They're probably skinny. You have to have Klinefelter syndrome for a long time to develop this. Obesity. Or you have to be born to fat parents who don't feed you properly. You eat too much as a child, and then you get fat because you eat too much, you have too little exercise because getting obese is caused in all people in the same way. You know, too much food input and too little exercise output.
That was just funny.
Which is why I'm putting on weight around my belly, which is where men put on weight when they do less exercise.
Yeah, look. Yeah, belly. Dude.
Really fat. He's got children and adolescents, but what he should have is children and infants. And then he says he hasn't mentioned anything to do with hypogonadism. So none of this has anything to do with Klinefelter syndrome, because Klinefelter syndrome, as I said before, is a form of male hypogonadism. So what he's got under here isn't related to Klinefelter syndrome. This is related to the effects of the additional X chromosome. Children and infants. And this is how they might present. Here, a delay in age of first walking, and then in brackets he's got, yes, I started walking very late. Well, he must have been told that, obviously. I mean, I've never actually read that anywhere myself. I've read about early milestones being late or delayed, but overall it doesn't mean anything. This is a diagnostic tool to see if your infant is XXY. Okay. So that is true, but I just haven't seen it written as a walking thing. It's usually a poor muscle tone, lateness, ability to crawl or roll over from their walking. So,
oh my god, he's right for a change. Wow. I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong. What I'm saying is he lived his life with Klinefelter syndrome way different to what I lived it. And like he always says, oh, but it's in this book and it's in this science. But Graham, I'm talking about my life.
Other things too, besides walking's only one aspect. But then we've got dyspraxia, which causes coordination problems. He says, yes, as a child I couldn't catch a ball. No, I could. So obviously I didn't have dyspraxia, well, he did. And he's got speech and language delay or difficulties. Then he's got in brackets no. Well, I disagree with him there. I think it must be yes, because he clearly has speech and language difficulties today. He says attention problems. He's got in brackets yes. I'd say that's also true for today. He has mild learning disabilities, he says. And he says yes. He's referring to himself. I'd agree. He's got them today. Okay, then he's got dyslexia or reading problems, and he's got no after that. Well, this is obviously not true, because he clearly does have reading problems today. But you can go and watch his video where he's attempting to pronounce a word and he doesn't get it. He claims he spelt the word correctly, but he...
You try to pronounce some of the fucking lingo that fucking doctors and scientists fucking write. They're fucking this long and it's fucking hard to fucking pronounce.
Can't read it. Can't speak it. So he clearly has reading problems. But
I'm sure a lot of people can't say fucking those words that are written in that document. Maybe you can, because you've been studying this freaking syndrome, you know, all your goddamn life. But then again, you're reading from a book. You're not actually experiencing Klinefelter syndrome because you've been on testosterone for however long. Sure, you probably now have a normal life. He actually has a kid too. which is not normal with a Klinefelter syndrome person. But congratulations to him. He has a child. I can't have kids.
It doesn't. That's a good one. Behaviour problems. This is very interesting. Again, this person, there's no bracket here, so I presume that this is what this website that he doesn't name says. Boys tend to be shy and have low self-confidence. They may appear to be immature when compared to their peers. In brackets, yes, as a child, not as an adult. I disagree completely. I mean, this guy is just grossly childish. According to my reading, XXY males, many of them, can't read a long passage of text. So in order to help them read it, it's better to break it up into short segments and let them digest short segments.
I don't like reading anyway.
In their own time. It doesn't have to be done all at once. If you do that on his videos, he'll tell you to shut up and fuck off. He doesn't want to read it. As far as he's concerned, this is mumbo jumbo. He says so. He says he's not going to read something that's in the document. He doesn't want to learn anything because he hears me.
No, it's not that. It's not that I don't want to learn. It's I don't want to learn your mumbo jumbo, because your mumbo jumbo is crap.
Any problems? Now he doesn't want to admit he has reading problems. He doesn't want more information. He doesn't want to be told you're wrong when he is clearly and obviously wrong. So that's one of the statements he's made recently is you don't need testosterone to grow facial hair. This is obviously wrong.
Whoa, 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 whoa! You don't need testosterone to grow a beard. Living fucking proof. You don't need testosterone. Implements, patch, gel, injection to grow a beard. You just said previously that I grow a beard perfectly fine, apparently.
This is just nonsense. Of course it's nonsense. But he said that he must know it's nonsense. Well, who would try to defend their stupid statement? But that's what he's doing. So to provide information to him how he's made a mistake is the worst thing in the world. Really, he just cannot receive any information that criticises him or contradicts him. As far as he's concerned, the way it works out is that if he can't think of an answer to something, there isn't an answer to it. Because if you're going to refer to a document that's published by someone else, he isn't going to read it. And if you break up the information in that document, put it into short paragraphs for him, he's not going to read that either, because it contradicts what he thinks in his own head.
Because Klinefelter syndrome on my YouTube channel is about me, Graham. About the way I have lived through Klinefelter syndrome. Not you, not Joe Blow, not that transgender.
And that is extremely childish. So to say that he doesn't have behaviour problems as an adult is wrong. He's made another mistake.
Well, I do have behavioural problems, but it's only because you, Graham, make me angry.
He is wrong. He is wrong.
Oh my god, seriously, how many times do you say that?
Yes, in adulthood, in addition to the main typical features above, now, getting back to the typical features, so we've been through what he's got here, but there are 3 features he's missed. So why would this website miss out? There's 3 major features. The first 2 major features are elevated luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone.
What the fuck is that?
The third major feature is lowered but within the normal range testosterone. Why isn't that here? And why didn't he think of it? Why didn't he just shove it in anyway?
Oh, okay.
Why did he say these 3 features aren't listed on this side I mentioned, but I know they're true. So we're talking about Klinefelter syndrome here.
Okay. Well, there's one I missed. Whoa! Big fucking deal.
XY male, also according to the researchers, that they don't have elevated LH, elevated FSH, and lowered testosterone or outside the normal range for males in childhood.
Graham, maybe you should have explained the first one that you said. You need to explain what the fuck that is.
It just doesn't exist. Klinefelter syndrome doesn't exist in childhood. Because they don't exist in childhood, then those problems that I've mentioned are caused by the expression of the additional X. Underneath, in adulthood, in addition to the main typical features, you may also have problems getting an erection and have low libido, sex drive. That's in brackets. And then in another set of brackets he's got, no, I have a high sex drive. What does it matter? Why is it important?
Because the video is about me living with Klinefelter syndrome, not you, not Joe Blow, not that transgender.
Say, I mean, if you're suffering from any problem in your sex life, you need to get treatment for it and go and do it. So, if it's a problem, fix it. But yeah, it's there may also be problems getting an erection. This is true, right? Anxiety and depression may be a problem. And then in brackets he's gone, yes, but depression is caused by many other factors. So what does he think this is caused by? This is in adulthood. So I would say this is in adolescence and adulthood. So depression, you know, one cause of depression is low levels of testosterone. Yeah.
And also, depression can be caused by family members passing away, like my mum. Being molested as a child, all sorts of other factors that can lead to depression.
But therapeutic levels of testosterone doesn't cause depression. But massively overdosing testosterone beyond what your body needs could cause depression. And depression's a psychiatric illness. Anyway, getting on. You've got thin bones, osteoporosis in brackets. I don't know where thin bones came from. I don't know if it's accurate, but anyway.
Whoa, stop it right there. Okay. So, there is a, I have to go to get a bone density test every once a year. Every 12 months, I got to go get a bone density test. It's due to the Klinefelter syndrome and the osteopenia on top of the Klinefelter syndrome that I have.
That may develop in young or middle-aged rather than the usual old age for this condition. Osteoporosis is not really a typical condition for older men. It's a common condition for older women after menopause, but
oh my god, why are you such an idiot?
They have a menopause, they don't develop. So it's only in some men who develop. So a very small number of men who develop osteoporosis. And it doesn't develop in middle age or in young men.
Hey, I've got it. I do have it. I actually have it. I'm 35 years old and I have it. It's osteopenia. It's still osteo, but I have it. The early stages of osteoporosis. I'm aching right now. I'm so sore.
So if you've got osteoporosis and you're a young man, you need to get it fixed.
You can't get it fixed. If you've got osteoporosis, if you've got fucking osteoporosis, you can't get it fixed. You just gotta fucking have it maintained by whatever medication they put you on. Oh. Just like Klinefelter syndrome, you can't get it fixed, you just gotta maintain it.
The thing is that once the bones have lost their strength, they're not going to get it back. All you can do is arrest the damage done. You can't repair it.
Duh.
So why would a man who's suffering from Klinefelter syndrome develop osteoporosis? And it's caused by insufficient estrogen.
Oh, what?
Insufficient estrogen because they have insufficient testosterone. And their testosterone is converted to estrogen. So that's it. So if you have testosterone therapy and you have osteopenia, which is a start stage of osteoporosis, it's not actually osteoporosis.
Dude, estrogen is what makes a girl, not a guy.
It's an indication that osteoporosis might develop. So if you're having your hormone therapy, you cut yourself off it, and you already know you're diagnosed with osteopenia and you're cutting your own fucking throat. You're mad. And then he says, yes, I have osteopenia. Well, osteoporosis and osteopenia are not the same thing. He says, you may also be less muscular than other men.
Osteopenia is the starting out of osteoporosis.
You may also be less muscular than other men. Yes, it's true. When I was diagnosed, I wasn't a man, I was a teenager. And I had much less muscular than other teenagers, definitely. But this is just a diagnostic tool, right? This is to find other people. This isn't necessarily got anything to do with you personally. But then he says, most men who are 47 XXY have normal intelligence. We don't know that. Actually, we can't say for certain because most males with XXY are never diagnosed. We don't know. Well, I suppose we can say that those who have been diagnosed are found to be of normal intelligence, I guess. Then he says, however, your intelligence may be affected if you have a higher number of X chromosomes. No, more than one of the initial X. Then he says, I found this one quite funny. So they are saying the woman gene X is dumb. No, and it's not a gene, it's a chromosome.
Look, I was trying to make a joke. That's all I was doing. If you don't find it funny, then don't watch my video.
A gene is just one segment of a chromosome. The woman gene X. Anyway, obviously he's a bit slow here. He doesn't quite understand it. It's really the entire chromosome.
Apparently I'm slow now.
Not just a single gene. Anyway, I don't find that funny at all. So, he doesn't talk about IQ. I don't know why he doesn't talk about
Intelligence goes in with the IQ, dickhead.
Maybe it's because the website he went to doesn't talk about IQ. Many XXY males have a lower verbal IQ. That is, they have difficulty speaking and pronouncing words. Their comprehension of reading is a bit better than their ability to impart.
Did he just not fucking say something about that earlier?
That information verbally, like people might not be good. And they also have difficulty explaining their emotions. Maybe more emotional there.
I also want to apologise for the loud noise in the background. They're cutting down a tree out the front, and they've got one of those big wood chipper thingies. Yeah, it's freaking loud.
Because of this difficulty in explaining themselves. So this guy clearly has that problem. Try and tell him anything, and he just loses his temper and swears at you and carries on like you've insulted him or something. All you're doing is giving him more information that he can take his time to read. He doesn't have to read it all in one go. It's written down. He can go back to it any time he likes and read it and read it and read it. And it's no pressure. No pressure at all. Whatever time it takes to learn this information, he can take his time. And the best thing about it is he doesn't have to open a book. You can just go to a website and read it on a video. But doing that for him is an insult, because they got himself, I suppose. Anyway, then he says, almost all men who are 47 XXY will be infertile. We don't know that either.
Well, I
Since
definitely
most XXY males are never diagnosed, we don't know how many of them are infertile. With advances in fertility treatment techniques that can benefit XXY males. So saying that someone's infertile, most likely infertile, maybe that's true. You're probably right. So get a sperm test and get proper studies done before you decide to carry children. Always me.
already have.
Always practice safe sex, just in case. You might have some living sperms.
Nope.
Don't give up. Anyway, so that's basically it. So,
Being tested.
what happens when you get an XXY guy who isn't quite with it educationally and produces a video which is full of shit? And you can't tell him that because he can't hear it, because he has learning difficulties, which he freely admits. But there's the off button. See ya.
See you, smug cunt. Alright, so guys, that was interesting. What I have found in a lot of Klinefelter syndrome men, that, and he is proof of what I have found. And Graham's not the only one I've come across who thinks that they are always right. Now, I don't think I'm always right. I'm up to listening to someone's opinion, but when they tell you you're wrong all the time and can't take they can't take your own, like, your opinion, then there's no point in discussing anything with that person, because that person is just one-minded and one-minded only, and only thinks about themselves. Now, my whole video was about me, not about you, Graham Tucker, not about Joe Blow, not about the transgender. It was about me. So, on that note, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll subscribe back to you. Take it easy. Turn that easy into a sleazy. I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll smell you later.